Hey guys, earphones are becoming hard to review because at this point there's so many of them that have the same stats where it's like just because a stat is common, does that mean the stat becomes average or am I thinking vice versa or what? Anyways, these earphones, particularly the Soundpeats Air 5 Pro, they're pretty good, but judging it just on paper makes me think it's average. But there is one aspect of it that actually blew my mind and it is my favorite part of these earphones that I enjoy using. So starting off from the basics, okay, so take a look at the battery life, for example. So with battery life like 7.5, which this has, and then 37 with the case, you find that almost on any pair of earphones now. That like again, is it because things are just becoming average, or is just this that the norm? Therefore, you think it's average. But anyways, 7.5 battery life. So I've seen, too many around here. It's either 6, 7, 8. That tends to be like the ballpark of earphones now, which, hey, that's literally like common, right? So it's not like that's gonna be the winning factor that makes you decide to get these earphones, or maybe it doesn't makes you decide not to get these earphones because it's like, oh, okay, you move on to the next pair, it's like, oh, 8.5, or you move on to the another pair that you can think of and you get like 6. So there are too many of them that are like within this range where it's like, okay, like it's pretty much the same thing if you just look at battery life, which is why it's hard to judge like earphones on paper sometimes. But the Bluetooth 5.4, so okay, I'm not kind of disappointed on that one. Would have preferred Bluetooth 6.0, but hey, I'm someone that does this like this review stuff, right? So for me, that's something that stands out. But it's not the worst. Like if it was Bluetooth 5.3 or 5.0, then I would have been, a little more like, come on, it's 2025. That shouldn't be what you put for earphones. But regardless, Bluetooth 5.4, not the worst thing in the world. Would have preferred Bluetooth 6.0. Now the audio quality, of course, right? Like which is the most important thing. Well, for me, it's audio quality and comfort. The audio quality for these, see, okay. To touch up on my favorite thing, it's the hybrid active noise cancellation, which pretty much uses the feed forward microphone and the feedback microphone to block out more sound, and the noise cancellation is like crazy good. Like it makes it sound like you blocking out, I'd say maybe 95 to 99% of everything outside, which again, this is one of those things where it's like it falls into personal preference. I know people that would put earphones on like this and be like, oh, this it just feels weird, makes them feel uncomfortable because like they're not used, one, to wearing earphones, or two, they're not used to like noise cancellation blocking out that much. So unless like you're someone that generally wears like active noise cancellation headphones and you're just used to it. And for some people it might be weird. Some people actually do prefer like it to at least have that little leeway where you can, it's not doing too much. I ain't in that category. I'm do as much as you want from me. Like give me as much active noise cancellation and give me as much just general noise cancellation as possible. And with these ones, it like wow, like it was like wow, and that's all I can say. It was just wow. Okay. And that goes a long way. So what? Okay, when you're using active noise cancellation, or when you use like noise cancellation in general, right? Uh, Personally, I think even if the audio quality is mid, like the fact that active noise cancellation is so good, where like you're only able to focus solely on the audio and hear the audio, it makes it sound as if the audio is that much better because like I don't know if that makes sense because it's like it's blocking so much out where you only can focus on the audio. Whereas like for example, if you use something that doesn't have like the same quality of noise cancellation, then it's like you might get distracted. You might still be hearing other stuff, so like the audio doesn't sound as immersive. So it's kind of like a placebo illusion effect, where it's like, okay, the stronger the active noise cancellation, the better you assume or think like the audio quality is because you can only hear the audio. Anyways, this is my 2 cents, my little theory. My little feedback in the tech industry, where it's like I think active noise cancellation does go a long way. Like it goes far and further than people think because it kind of gives the placebo, the illusion that, oh my God, like they sound so good. Meanwhile, it's not just the fact that it sounds good, which a lot of them probably do. It's the fact that the noise cancellation is so good. It just makes them only hear the sound quality. So then they're like, oh, sounds way better than X, Y, and Z, when X, Y, and Z just doesn't have as good noise cancellation to make you just only hear the audio, which is my little 2 cents. But regardless of that, so bottom line, on paper, like it's average stats, it's average pair of headphones again on paper. But trying them out, like personally, my favorites, and they're awesome, right? Again, it little things like noise cancellation is what make people decide, okay, this is my favorite, this is whatever. For you, it could be battery life. For you could like 60 hours battery life, which in this case, not for you. But if you don't mind any of that stuff, you don't mind this like stats on paper, if you just want something that's comfortable and something that you can just use for long periods of time, which is something else I didn't touch. Like for me, comfort plays a big deal, and they're pretty comfortable as well. Um, uh, Not too much else to say about that. I'm not gonna say it's like the greatest thing in the world, but they're decent when it comes to comfort. If you do decide to get them, let me know and leave me your opinion. Let me know what you guys think. And I'll catch you in the next one.